Hey guys, it is your girl DoomedHalo here, and I am bringing you today a special treat for you guys. We have my team, the Luna Firefoxes, playing against one of our friends' team. I don't know if they have an actual name, 'cause as far as I know, uh, they're random. Well, not really random, but they're different players from different teams, I guess, and they're trying this team out. Um, So this is going to be interesting. Uh, as from what I know, these are diamond or ground monsters versus basically noobs. We just recently did our, I guess, debut. Um, but yeah, as you can see here, one team we have a Reinhardt, we have a Junkrat, May, Diva, Lucio, and a Moira. And for the other team, which is my team, we have a Saria, Mercy, um, another Moira, another Junkrat, and ooh, in any case, we are going to get this started. And I do apologize for any camera movement that might not look too appealing. It's my first time doing this Overwatch stream, so the controls for spectating are a little wonky for me. Now we see that Lunafire has them basically at spawn. And the other team does seem to be wanting to push up on the other team. Oh, there goes one of Moira's balls. Right, so the other team is pushing in. From the looks of it, the other team is fighting viciously for the point, and they just took over. So Lunafire needs to get back on this point if they want to win the game, or the match, I guess, for this round. Nice play by the May. We got Unifier pushing back. Got that nice ice wall going. Now Lunafire backing back into the point. So we have the point back. See how long we can keep this going. The other team pushing back onto the point. They just took over. Lunafire regrouping back. And just in case anybody can hear her, that is my roommate. She is Queen Supreme on Lunafire. And we still have the other team on point. Lunafire getting into gear. Up. Hanzo with that ult. Okay, Lunafire back on point. And the other team is pushing back in. Reaper. And Team 1 wins. Oh, we got Kenny Rob with Play of the Game. Let's see how this goes. Oh, that's nice. Nice. And with that Moira. Right, so first match goes to blue team, which is the away team, I guess you can call them. Then we have the red team, which is Lunafire. And for them, as you can see here, we have both teams list. For Lunafire, we have Crossing Swords, Queen Supreme, Blue Rat, Anime Freak, Kenny Rob, and Seriously Yellow. Now, I have played with these girls before. We are good. But we're trying to get better. On the blue team, we have Defensec Gamer, was C694, Angara Snow, Dr. Euros, Struck My Shrimp, nice, and Evil Piggy. Now, we do have to keep in mind that the blue team is considered higher rank than Lunafire, so it's not an official game, but it is a skirmish. Serves as good practice for both teams. We also have, well, we're going to have my friend Sonar over here joining us on this commentary, if she so pleases to join.
Hello.
Yeah.
Well,
But yeah, she's gonna help me commentate as soon as she can get on her account, so she can
and I
watch.
am ready to watch.
Did you need an invite to it, or are you watching already?
I think I may need to watch an invite to watch, because it says I'm stuck in queue.
Okay, give me 1 second real quick. Okay, so we are getting this fixed, and I think you should be getting uh image soon, sonar, if not already.
Alright. Yep, it should be loading soon.
Also, if you want to point out something anytime during the game, just let me know. I'll try my best to navigate through the map.
Alright.
Right, so, you excited for this match?
Yeah, this would be my first time spectating any formal official match.
Yes, it is also my time as well, so this is why I was apologizing for any weird camera movements because I am not used to navigating.
Neither am I. I don't really do spectating much because most of the time in Overwatch you're usually playing as the first person shooter.
Yes. It's easier to control the camera when you're actually playing rather than just spectating and you have no idea where to go.
Yeah. Plus it doesn't help that the camera is literally has 360 entire view of the world.
Pretty much. You look to the left, you end up looking behind you.
Yeah.
So, Sonar, you've played with us before, right? With Luna Fire, any of these girls on the team? If
Not
not all.
as in not like formal matches, but just on like downtime and practice.
And what do you think our chances are today?
Well, I haven't seen what the other team is capable of, but I do believe you guys have a pretty strong chance at winning.
I was telling my viewers over here that the other team, as far as I know, is consisted of, I believe, gold, diamond, and grandmasters. So we do have a little bit of, well, a competition, I guess. We're trying to surpass these other players.
Well, it isn't a challenge without competition.
Yes, it is a skirmish, so we should be good, I'm guessing. Oh, okay, so it looks like the second game is about to start, and we are on Hollywood. So this should be exciting.
Should be rather interesting.
It's an assault slash escort. Alright. So now we are
I
going to see
believe I
who
am
chooses
currently
who.
viewing the enemy team's spawn point and base.
I'm in the barn as far as I know, so I might be spectating our team. None of no, I'm in I'm somebody's spawn room, but there is nobody in here as far as I know yet.
Pioneer Hotel spawn.
Hotel and billiards. That is my spawn right here. Okay, so I do have the enemy team, so you most likely have our
I
team.
actually am by the enemy team, so I will go to see what the plans are for our team, the home team.
Okay, so as far as away team goes, we have an Orisa, a Genji. We also have a Widow, no, not Junkrat. Shoot, my mind went blank. But we do have an Ana as well as Zenyatta, and then God, this little piggy is making me.
Roadhog.
Yes, Roadhog. I don't know why I suddenly decided to forget
And
his
the
name.
home team consists of a Junkrat, Diva, Genji, Mercy, Moira, and Zarya.
Yes, they have been trying to keep that 2 tank, 2 DPS, and healer thing going, so.
The Genji on home team is currently using the flanking route, but is also being intercepted by the enemy team's Genji, which they have now eliminated.
Nice. And then we have Kenny trying to push forward. Queen on Mercy with those heals. And we also have a Diva at a mech for home team. Beautiful baby Diva. And away team does seem to have a hold on the escort point currently.
Indeed they do.
There is clearly a wall just
pushing through one
separating.
of the small doors through the Goldshire Studios.
Yep. I feel like if they can get at least one person to flank with DPS, they might be able to.
Have their ults ready to use.
Now the question is going to be, will they know how to use them properly?
Yes, that is the truth.
Alright, so Lunafire getting pushed back. We do have a healer, trying to go around, flying above the team, trying to get around them. We also have a Diva trying to pull a flanking with no success, but she did get on point, so that is a good thing.
Lunafire does seem to be, or had seemed to be, making quite some progress into getting to the point. But
yes,
the away team does seem to have the stronger grip of superior power over Lunafire.
So yeah, if they can get the right composition going, they might be able to push through and take the escort point. What that composition might be, I have no idea.
They are all pushing through the side building at the front of Lunafire spawn and the Galandis.
And we have the enemy team has a shield going, so most of them are hiding behind that, which is a good move
making a push to the point.
And then we have the team pushing in. Shield's going down right there. Okay,
Roadhog may be a problem, and not anymore. Thanks to
yeah,
Genji on the home team.
Yes, I was about to say, he does seem to be overextending himself quite a bit.
Home team is trying to make that frantic push to the point before the timer runs out.
Okay, we have 2 members on point at the moment. If they can just keep them back, they might be able to get to the point and get that escort.
Lunafire seems to have done it.
Okay, full team on point. Now if they can get this point, we can start the escort and probably get to the final round with a win.
Hopefully. That Roadhog is being one giant obstacle for Lunafire.
Yes, it does seem to be that the Roadhog is the one giving them the most trouble currently. Yeah, and we have
Lunafire has done it.
Yep. That's nice on their part. Now, away team, blue team, is going to have to figure out a way to keep Lunafire from reaching the end point. Now the real struggle has started. I feel like taking over the point is the easy part. It's the actual escorting that might give Lunafire a bit of a struggle if this team can keep them away from
that is
the...
Ooh, and their away team's Widowmaker seems to be picking them off one by one.
Yes, they do seem to be protecting that Widow quite a bit, so she can get those kills. So, in my opinion, that Widow needs to be taken down if you want any chance of getting past the blue team.
Oh, and the poor Lunafire Sombra ganged up onto the corner. Waited a little bit too long back there.
Gotta push, push, push. We have the home team Genji and the enemy team
Ooh, good use
Widow.
of ult combo.
We have them switching hit points. Okay, so they seem to be pushing that escort pretty nicely. They have a good distance from spawn point. Okay, and they are just about to reach.
Not used her ult yet. And the Zenyatta has neither. What are you waiting?
Okay, blue team has seemed to have picked them up. Lunafire needs to get back to that shoot. I really can't talk today, can I?
I could not make it in time.
Round complete. Lunafire so close to the escort. And that it is a 0-1. Hopefully we can pick it up on the second match. And if I can remember this properly, it is now blue team's turn to win over that spawn point and escort the payload. Okay, so in the western section at the Pioneers Hotel, who do we have? We have the red team, so we have Blue Rat going as Diva. We also have a Mercy, a Soldier, a Bastion, an Orisa, and a Junkrat.
And now with the away team, we have a Winston, a Hanzo, a Genji, a Diva, Ana, and Zenyatta. Oh, I believe one of them have changed to Tracer.
Ooh, right here. That's a good spot. That's a good spot. Right here. Set it up right here. Okay, that works. Up on the top. Right, so let's see how well red team can position themselves to protect the payload. They seem to have a good positioning on them. In my opinion, if they can get somebody up here in this location, they can probably have a sniper up here to pick them off. And we have the blue team pushing in.
Winston and the Diva are making the push.
We have the Diva and Winston up top. We already have 3 members of blue team on the payload. We need to keep blue team off if Lunafire wants to shut them down before they can actually start escorting the payload.
Quite an amazing jump by the away team's Winston. But where's he going?
He might be trying to pull a flank.
A flank that far into the base? Quite a confusing flank. Ah, but yet he is.
Yep,
the long roundabout.
Yep. sometimes that long detour for a flank does pay off because you can get more behind the enemy team. So
That is true, and it
that
seems that Lunafire's
that
best
actually
is
worked.
coming through the tiny tunnel.
No, we have blue team
Ooh.
on point.
Blue
They
team has
got
captured the
that
objective.
payload. Now we just have the Ana and Zenyatta just riding that payload.
Am I detecting some taunting voice lines coming from the enemy team Zenyatta? They seem to have been repeating, how disappointing.
Um, so long as they don't get too cocky, because from past experiences, getting too confident can lead to one's demise.
That is true.
Everybody just needs to keep their cool, focus on the game, don't get overly cocky.
And anyone else can change the way of the game.
Yes, yes, yes.
Can Lunafire do it in time?
Alright. So far, the enemy team does seem to have gone as far as Lunafire did, but can they push through, or will they be stopped at the same location?
It appears that Lunafire has greatly pushed them back.
Yes.
But here comes the rest of the team.
They are slowly trickling in. So if they can pick them off, they can probably keep them off the payload.
Ooh, good play. Good ult use of the Tracer with that flank on that Zenyatta.
Looks like we have a Pharah in play now. Oh, they got the payload running again.
Has taken it.
The enemy team in with that play. Let's see, we have. Oh, they got the play of the game with the Genji. Oh, nice, nice.
Ooh, very nice play by resistant team Genji.
Alright, so that it is second round. I believe they are going for a 3 out of 3, or best of 3. So we will have 3 matches. They got done with the first round. This was second round. I believe we will be going into a third round. So if they can get at least one win for a skirmish, it should boast a bit of confidence into Lunafire. Now, we gotta keep in mind that Lunafire is a freshly made team, so nobody really has an idea of how each other play.
So, that is true. That is the one downfall of having a rather new team.
Yes, but this is the reason why I guess we do have these skirmish matches, so that they can get that experience to keep pushing forward and keep rising in ranks. Right. And we will see now what map they will decide to go on. So what do you think of the match so far?
Well, I think it was a rather entertaining round. Seeing as how the enemy team is so massive, some of them have to switch over to spectator.
Yes, they do seem to have their subs in. Be switching out every game, so no one team gets too exhausted. Now, I was supposed to be in that sub team, but they seem to have enough people to sub in without me actually being there, which is one of the reasons why I decided to go into the streaming the game. And it has been a while since I've streamed a game for my YouTube channel, so this is one way to get back into it. Okay, so we are in Lunar Colony. And I don't know whose team is going to be spawning on mine, but I believe I am heading towards home team, which is Lunafire.
And I am currently heading towards the away team, which is gathering up on the point.
Okay, we currently have a Mercy, a Pharah, as well as an Orisa, Moira, and a Zarya and Junkrat.
And the away team has an Orisa, Soldier, Diva, Tracer, Ana, and Zenyatta again.
Yes, that
means that Stoke, my Shrimp, and Soxfan are going to be the team's consistent healers throughout this game.
we have both teams actually pushing in on each other.
Good cover provided by the away team's Orisa and Soldier 76, with the Zenyatta and Ana that were holding the point.
We also have the Orisa in there with that shield, so that is helping the enemy team keep point at the moment. Now the question will be if Lunafire can manage to wiggle their way in there and contest the point and possibly take it over.
And it looks like enemy teams Tracer and Diva are handling the outside. And the Orisa has come around with the Zenyatta to assist the Tracer.
Ooh, that Pharah just got shut down.
Well, the point is, was entirely open at a moment ago.
We got Lunafire trying to push in as a group, which, I mean, it can be a good thing trying to brush in as a team, but at the same time, we don't want to stay too close together because that might be easier for the team to pick them off.
Yeah, exactly. Because even though it is good to stick together as a team, but when one of them uses their ult, then they can be stuck in quite a predicament.
Yes, yes, and that goes for both teams, not just Lunafire, but the enemy team does seem to spread itself a little bit to get that coverage off the point.
Zarya's making a push with the Mercy backing her.
And we have Lunafire trying to push in, and they're slowly drawing. This is actually a good. This seems to be a good play right now because Lunafire is trying to flank, and they're using. They seem to be using a couple of the members to try to coax the enemy team out of the point and try to flank around, which, yes, that is a good tactic. Yeah. I'm getting so tongue-tied today. I don't know why. I can't seem to speak at all. And we have enemy team back on point. Seem to keep pushing the Lunafire team away from the control point.
It appears that the enemy team Tracer is still keeping far out and using flanks against Lunafire.
Yes, yes, and that is another good tactic.
Good use of the Zarya and Moira ult combo. making a very good push.
Now, I don't know if, okay, looks like Lunafire is getting control of that point. They got that last member out of point, so now they should be getting control over the point soon. And now we'll see how enemy team can take it back, if they can, or if Lunafire can keep the point controlled. And now we're going for point B, I believe.
Indeed we are, and that one will be much more of a difficulty to get than point A.
I feel it might be like whoever can get there first. It will probably be the person to take advantage of setting up their team, make sure to keep the other team away from this particular control point.
And the away team Widowmaker is back in the far back corner, starting to try to pick them off one by one. And they are covering both sides of where Lunafire would be able to enter through besides the main gate.
Okay, we do have that Pharah trying to go in through one of the side entrances, trying to pick off the team that's cornered in this particular section.
Ooh. Poor Lunafire Zarya got rammed by D.Va. Good nano grenade throw by Ana, hitting quite a few Lunafire teammates.
To be honest, I feel like D.Va is a character that fits this map better than most of the other characters, necessarily because of their D.Va bomb. They can jet into the middle of the group. I believe if maybe Lunafire had a D.Va on their team when they were trying to take control of A, if they could be able to get their ult, they could have rushed in there and, if not taken out the team, probably have made them scatter with their D.Va bomb.
It appears that the enemy team Orisa and McCree are kind of goofing off back here.
No.
And the Orisa is sitting down, sleeping on the job.
They seem to be taking... I don't think they're taking this too seriously, mostly because they know that Lunafire is not as experienced when it comes to these types of matches.
That is true.
And as I mentioned earlier, I mean, we've both played with these girls.
I do believe
they do have their moments where they can keep control of a point, keep enemy team away. And there we go. They have done it.
It seems that the away team got a bit too comfortable with their position.
And this is why I was trying to point out that sometimes being too confident can't lead to one's demise, because as you can see here, they got a little too comfortable with how they were keeping their point, and that cost them to lose this particular point.
Yes, that is true.
So this will be
the away team's turn to take and capture both points.
Okay, so if I remember correctly, I will be heading towards the enemy team if they're at the observatory. Yes, they are. Okay, so we have a Winston, D.Va, Mercy. I believe that's a Genji and an Ana.
And with the home team, the team consists of Pharah, Mercy, Orisa, Moira, Roadhog, and Torbjorn.
Now,
I have to see how this setup plays out.
Now, with this setup they have for the home team, I am a little curious as to how Seriously Yellow is going to play this out, because I have seen her play Torbjorn before. She is really good with that particular character from what I've seen with plays with her. Uh, Queen Supreme is a Mercy main, so I know she plays well with. She makes a very good Mercy. Uh, I don't know anybody on the enemy team, so I can't really talk about them and how their play style is.
Neither do I. But it does appear that the Stoke My Shrimp and Socks fan, they do appear to be healer mains with Stoke My Shrimp as Ana and Socks fan as either Mercy or Zenyatta.
Over here on my side, we have the Genji was trying to flank through the side and got shut down.
The Ana and D.Va from the enemy team have successfully gotten onto the point.
Lunafire does seem to be doing a very good job here of keeping the enemy team off control point. Now, can they maintain this for the remainder of the time?
Here comes the enemy team D.Va ults. Oh, and it only had taken out the turret. Good shield set up by home team's Orisa.
We also have the Mercy pocketing the Winston as he tries to push into the point, trying to just ram himself in there.
And it's good to have a Orisa that knows that her shield can take the blast of Orisa's self-destruct bomb.
Yes, yes.
Because I do not believe that many Orisa players know that it can handle that blast.
Yeah, the enemy team does seem to be favoring that left side flank currently. The right side seems to be a nice point for them to try to get in, but
it appears the enemy team Soldier is going to go for the right side flank, I think. The Winston backing them up.
Okay, they have their turret from Torbjorn set up, so that's going to help them quite a bit. Unless the enemy team, nope, there he goes.
That is not a good position to be in, all stuck in one corner.
Okay, we had another turret taken down. Enemy team pushing in hard on that point.
And it does appear that they have taken the point.
Now there's still about a minute left, so Lunafire can take. Well, never mind. There it goes. They weren't able to get into that point fast enough.
But it also does appear that they have been fortifying during that time point B.
Okay, now here's point B. See how this one go. Can Lunafire keep to the point? Or is the enemy team going to be able to...
Mercy and Soldier do appear to be using that right side flank.
Lunafire being picked off.
Ooh.
And now we have blue team on the control point. Now Lunafire needs to keep them off if they want to win the entire match.
They need to get on there all at once. Because going in one by one is only doing so much. Oh. Sad sight to see with that Moira just absolutely chopped down. But the game is tied.
It's a tied game, so if they are going for first to three, then this could literally be anybody's game.
That is true. So I am viewing the away team with Mercy, Orisa, Ana, D.Va, Genji, and Soldier.
And as far as home team, they seem to have a Tracer, Mercy, Orisa, Moira, Zarya and a Junkrat.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
We have blue team setting up on the control point. The D.Va seemed to be messing around with that chalkboard, making it spin around like in little circles. I can say this would probably have been myself if I was playing, because I do tend to get distracted easily, especially if I can make something move in
all
a game.
It is almost irresistible to
Yes.
mess around just a bit before the match starts.
Yes, yes. Take a bit of that edge off, like trying to relax yourself.
That is true.
Right, so Lunafire pushing in
through the right.
Yes, yes.
Can they make it? That is the question.
From the looks of it, the enemy team is flanking Lunafire on both sides, so Lunafire seems to be in a little predicament there.
And the Moira, oh, so close. Nearly made it.
30 seconds remaining.
Yeah, they seem to be going hard on Lunafire now, since they saw that they did underestimate Lunafire, and they ended up winning a couple of the rounds there.
That is true.
And we have the D.Va and Orisa. Yeah, the D.Va and the Orisa going head on for a minute there. Lunafire pushing in.
Mercy backing her, is pushing in.
Is pushing, and hopefully they can take this.
Crossing swords is Farah, taking him from behind.
We have the D.Va with her D.Va bomb.
And that was a near wipe.
Oh. So close. That Junkrat actually getting on point.
Team kill.
And now it will be Lunafire's turn to defend the point. If they can actually keep them off, they might have to go into a fourth match to see if they can break that tie.
They instantly went Winston because they thought they were gonna have a sim. Bam. We need to go the unexpected. We need to go things that they're not gonna see coming like they did last time.
Home team doesn't seem to be making that many changes to their composition. The enemy team seems to have switched a couple of their characters. I see we have a Bastion and a Symmetra going in there now, as well as a Bastion.
It does appear that... Oh no. One of the enemy team's players have left the game.
Now they might be trying to sub somebody in. I don't know.
That might be the case. That or has an issue that our home team knows all too well is internet issues.
Oh, yes. I was actually one of those people that was struggling with connection issues, mostly because I had just recently moved into a new studio, and I had not set up my internet properly, but we got that fixed, so we shouldn't be having those issues anymore. But Lunafire keeping control of the point recently. Enemy team trying to flank on that left side. Going in as a team, trying to force themselves in there. And we have the Winston flying in. Oh no, sorry, the Reinhardt.
Reinhardt, yeah. It does appear to be definitely pushing him off the point.
Yes,
it looks like they have captured.
That's the team.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Doing her D.Va boogie.
Overall, that was a pretty good game. The blue team did get a little cocky, which cost them a round or two. And because they lost the rounds, it seems they got a little triggered.
That is a very well played match. and play by the McCree.
Yes, overall, this was a really good game. I give props to both.
And it's definitely it's really great to see them all trying their best.
Yes, I mean, yes, it is a skirmish match. It's supposed to be all fun and games. It helps both teams.
It's to control capture points and
Yes,
everything.
it helps both teams grow.
So, what capture point map do we want? Do we really want to go Hanamura? I'm just saying.
And
Oh.
now
Okay, well, Sky or
on
Hanamura.
to see if there will be a next match and a new map to play.
Gotta take a little drink.
Unless both teams are calling it halftime currently.
Payload map now. We gotta do payload map.
Okay, and if I am getting this information correctly, they are going to go for a fourth round,
No, not Junkertown. Not Junkertown.
and I believe they said it was a payload, I believe, and they are currently
Another
trying to decide
payload
on a
map?
map. Yes, another payload map.
Watch point. Tirada or watch point? I'm texting her.
So we just gotta see and wait.
I put Tirada. You guys are
Yes.
taking too
So
long.
far, both teams have been doing very good, in my opinion. Okay, looks like the game is starting, and they have gone with Dorado.
Traveling to Dorado.
Escort. Personally,
This
I
will be
feel
rather
that,
interesting.
yes, Dorado is one of my favorite maps, not necessarily, it's because of all the Hispanic, architecture they have, and that is actually one of my favorite styles when it comes to homes. So, and it does hit a little bit close to homes considering I am Mexican. So, that architecture, perfect for me.
This map is also a very good map for flanking.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Um, on this map, I usually tend to go sniper because there are a lot of high points
And we already have a
and
I
little
am
nooks and
currently
crannies for them
viewing
to hide.
the enemy team. They have a Sombra, Farah, Zarya, Roadhog, Ana, and Mercy. It seems that Strike My Shrimp and Sox Fan are going double healers yet again.
Home team seems to have gone a Sombra, Farah, Saria. I believe that's a Reinhardt and Anna and Mercy.
Actually, I think that might be the enemy team.
Oh, oh, seems
But
looks like they switched team colors. The
once again,
confusion.
it's very hard in spectator mode to tell which team is which. But home team is currently playing with Zen, Mercy, Orisa, Soldier, Diva, and Junkrat.
Yes. Yeah, enemy team pushing that payload. It seems to have gotten a pretty good distance from spawn point.
And they're quite rapidly approaching the first checkpoint.
Nope.
And they have made it.
Yep, that was they actually managed to pick the home team off to get to that point, control point. but so they need to get their asses going and just keep the enemy team away from the payload.
Well, that is proving to be quite a difficult task, seeing as their tanks are pushing up the front, while the healers hang back near the payload to push it.
Is it? And this is one of the reasons why I believe a sniper might be good on these maps, because healers do tend to stay in the back, so with a sniper you can usually tend to pick anybody that's on the payload off. And we seem to be reaching that second point.
And as being a sniper, going on your own, it is relatively easy to get around and flank them and pick them off from behind.
Yes, yes.
Being as with my experience, I do play a lot of Widowmaker, and that is usually the first thing I do when it comes to payload pushing.
Yeah, home team pushing the payload back while the enemy team is trying to reach that and keep pushing forward. But we have a Diva Bomb, and they got one person. Not bad, but enemy team just staying away, kind of keep that distance, trying to keep the team whole.
And the enemy team seems to be flanking around, quite a long way around, to get up right behind them.
They're gonna have to...
and Genji leading the flank. And the Diva Home Team Diva has noticed this and decided to take some action against it.
There's that Roadhog on top. Trying to get a little sneak attack in.
Mercy is now pushing the payload from the enemy team. She's fleeing.
Home team does seem to be
in home team's control.
Yep. Home team doing a good job of keeping enemy team away. Now, if they can keep continuing push payload back a little further distance, they might be able to keep team away long enough for time to run out. And they could have this match.
Sombra are flanking now.
Seems like enemy team regrouping while one team member, well actually two team members, trying to flank, trying to get that double-sided flank going. Sniper up top.
Now if I were that Hanzo, I'd definitely be trying to pick off that Zenyatta and Mercy up there, like he is now. It's a good move on that Sombra hacking those full health packs.
And it looks like that Sombra doing a little sneak attack, trying to push payload forward.
But she will need backup, though, in order to successfully push it forward.
Luckily, Lunafire noticed in time to keep that Sombra away. Looks like enemy team trying to go get to the payload through the top.
Enemy team is definitely pushing back with full force now.
Yes, yes. We have that ult going, trying to clear home team away.
Hanzo got quite a few assists with that ultimate kill. Probably the most assists I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, and we still have home team with control of the payload.
They're definitely keeping them at bay for as much as they can.
Because we have about, I believe, like 15 seconds on the clock. So if they can keep them away, they will have this round for home team.
10 seconds.
So then that would put it to going 3-3.
Yes,
Point,
another
right?
tie. Yes, another tie. And then we going into overtime. Now, will that give enemy team enough time to keep pushing forward enough?
And it appears that home team has it. I don't know.
Ooh.
Hanzo
That was a
making
very
quite
nice
push.
Diva Bomb. We have a 1v1 going on at the payload right now. Hanzo versus
2v1.
Orisa.
3v1. As Hanzo's team is now back to...
Oh, we got that Bastion coming in, as well as the, I believe that was a Junkrat? Contesting the payload. We have that ult going.
And home team has done it.
Very nice play, very nice. We actually had two of the team members on fire, so that's another plus. Whew. Now we're going to see if home team can get that payload to the point, or if enemy team can keep them away.
It does appear that enemy team is using a Doomfist, Diva, Orisa, Zenyatta, Ana, and one has picked Widowmaker. It definitely does seem that they're using that. They're going to go with that sniper tactic.
If home team, we have Reaper, Mercy, Sombra, no, sorry, not Sombra, Zenyatta. Oh god, I am horrible. Reinhardt, the, Zarya, Junkrat, and Moira.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Okay, 20 seconds on the clock. Enemy team try and position themselves on high ground.
And it definitely does appear though that Doomfist is going to use that to his advantage for a flank.
5, 4, 3,
Okay,
2, 1. Attackers incoming.
home team is out.
Stop the payload.
That Doomfist trying to be a little sneaky, waiting for the right moment to strike. Now will he do it?
Here he comes.
Yep, there he goes. He has gone for that flank.
And he is definitely aiming for the Mercy.
When we also do have a Widow being chased by that by the Tracer. Widow back on top.
The Mercy was shut down with that res. And the Widow is around back behind them. Now being chased down by the Diva.
The home team going out for that Widow. I was going to say they do need to keep an eye out for that Widow. She is going to be trying to keep that high ground. In my opinion, trying to pick team off.
Seriously Yellow is definitely pushing the payload.
Ooh, that was a nice move by Junkrat.
Well placed ultimate by Doomfist to get definitely very close to the payload.
Yes, and we have a Pharah now. Again, trying to keep that high.
Enemy Roadhog is pushing them back.
Yeah, the enemy team does seem to be favoring that high ground currently. I'm figuring they think high ground, high place will keep them safe from any ults or being picked off. But then again, yes, snipers are good for this map, but
And
you
definitely
might
does
want to
appear
keep
that
close to your
it
team.
definitely appears that the Luna Fire team has made it past that choke point.
Yes, yes. They did seem to get to the point a little bit faster than the enemy team did. Now, hopefully they can keep this speed going and get to the final point quite fast.
And here is the away team's Doomfist yet again going for that flank, aiming after the Mercy.
We got that Pharah chasing after the Junkrat. Getting shot down.
It does seem that the away team has gotten the point, or the payload.
They also seem to have all their ults except for one person. So they might be trying to buy a bit of time so they can all ult together, which could be a bad thing for Lunafire if they decide to go full ham on them with those ults.
Yes, I do agree with that.
We have Diva Bomb going.
Nerissa has placed down her drum, and it does appear that they've all started using their ultimates besides their healers.
So yes, they were trying to buy their time, trying to use their ults at the same time to keep the Luna Firefoxes away from that payload. And now we'll just have to see if they can manage to keep them away, or if Lunafire can get back to the payload and continue pushing forward. And also a quick shout out to our friend Santiago spectating over here, rooting on for the Luna Firefoxes. So shout out to you, Santi.
It does not appear that Lunafire could make it, or could grab that payload at this moment.
Yes, they will. The enemy team does seem to have a good hold on the payload as of now. So Lunafire needs to try to take control back of that before the enemy team pushes the payload back far enough for us that Lunafire can't make it back to that point in time.
I do agree with that. Yana, nice placement by Kenny Robb as Tracer.
Okay, that Pharah trying to pick off the Diva, and they managed to get her out of mech.
And they have gotten the payload down.
Okay, I'm gonna fire back on payload.
I definitely do believe that that Tracer bomb did distract them and had turned their attention away from the payload.
Okay, they are almost to that door point. Just if they can get it to that point and manage to keep the enemy team away, they will be able to probably get this match under wraps.
It definitely is going to be a hard push, seeing as they have quite literally been surrounded.
There's 10 seconds on the clock. Enemy team getting control of that payload. And we are into overtime.
I'm right here.
And did not make it in time.
But yes, that's Another good.
And good play by Seriously Yellow.
Really good play.
Congratulations to all who have gotten play the games.
Yes. We take our hats off to you. If I had a hat.
That's how it's done.
And Blue Rat getting all the team votes. So good for her. Now, one thing I forgot to mention to our viewers is that Luna Fire is an all-girls team, while as the I believe the Resistance is the actual name of the group, not necessarily. I don't know, but yeah, Resistance. I believe they're a mixed team, so they are going against a full girl team, which is very rare in, I believe, Overwatch community. So for being an all-girls team, being this their second uh, skirmish match, they are getting better and better. So hopefully they can get into that competitive actual competitions and make a name for themselves. So good luck,
Yes, I do
Luna
agree with
Fire.
it being rare that there is an all-girls team, but even across the board, with any game that is allowed to have clans or even groups of players, it is very rare to find a group of all girls.
Yes,
Oh no.
especially with a team that seems to be working as good as Luna Fire is. So, I mean, from what I've seen, Luna Fire is doing a very good job as communicating and just keeping that girl power going.
It does seem that that was the end of
Yes,
the competition.
and I believe it did end in a a tie. It was 4-4, I believe, because that last
Okay.
match ended in they both didn't get a point for basically the payload. So I believe it was a 4-4. So that is actually a very good game.
Very well played by everyone,
Yes,
and props to all of them.
round of applause for everybody. But yes, sadly we have reached the end of this live stream. Thank you all for sticking around. Uh, I guess you can watch this video again later. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more Overwatch in the future, as well as any other content I decide to put on my channel. But thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye.
Goodbye.